So solid fuel, here what I have is I have some solid fuel pellets. We made these. The recipe is on the drive, which I haven't sent the invites for yet. I know. I'm going to work on that as soon as I get back in the office. But what it is, it's also kind of commonly called rocket candy because it's mostly sugar. It is, it's basically stump remover, table sugar, light corn syrup, a little bit of red iron oxide powder, and then we coat ours in cornstarch. So that way they don't stick to each other. But they're pretty much just a red material. And you don't need that much red iron oxide. But the best thing about them is they're super safe. They're not going to ignite unless I apply fire. So they're pretty much going to last forever. The only thing is you need to make sure you keep them dry. So I tossed a couple of the little packets of sneakers in there, but it's just an air safe container. But what I've got here is I've got a little muffin tin, individual muffin tin. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. We'll start with 3 there. Woohoo! I got a whole thing in only 2 more weeks. We're good. Now with these pellets, as I said, the smoke's not really bad for you, but they are a solid fuel. So once you light them, they are going to go. There is no stopping them.
3.5 miles away, right?
Well, not these ones.
Like a snake. Is that how they make the
chemicals in there and change the color?
It's not a snake.
Probably. I feel like you probably could. Is that something they're going to let me do? But yeah, you probably could attach other chemicals in there. And all that's left in here is a little bit of ash, and that's from the cornstarch. Otherwise, they burn clean. And there's nothing left. We just put a lot of cornstarch on this batch. But as I said, anything worth doing is worth doing.
Fine.
No, I don't know if you really want to cook food over this. Once again, stump remover.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big one.
That was good.
Sorry over there. But we have had a couple times when we did them, and I just didn't catch one of the spheres that just sat there while the other 2 burned. We had to go in and start the other one at the end there. But yeah, so solid fuel, once you light it, it's going. It's strong.
So the heat from one of the balls won't set off another one?
I've had it, it just won't do it sometimes. Like either they weren't close enough together,
Or is it because the heat goes up instead of down and it's sitting on the top?
the way they burn, we roll them into a circle, so that way as they burn, they always kind of turn themselves upright, so they don't start firing and launching themselves sideways. It's also why we use a little dish. A little dish keeps them from flinging around. And we've had a couple that had cracks in them, so they're spinning a little bit.
What's in this stuff that you do?
I'm trying to remember the chemical.
Yeah.
Bad stuff.
Well, it's
Like fly?
If you're a stump.
no, it's if you look on when you go into the drive, I've got the how to make solid fuel pellets, and it's got all the directions and
Don't look at
ingredients right there. And it says, chemical name, then it says for this brand stump remover, which is what we tend to use because it works a little bit better. But you can buy the stump remover. Actually, I think this batch, half of them were made with the bottle of stump remover, like powder, and half of them were made with the actual chemical. Because our boss bought a bunch of it from Flint Scientific. So we use it. He also bought us like 3 containers of red iron oxide, which we're never going to use. Because it takes like 14 per batch.
A bunch.
Alright, so we talked about solid fuels. What's another one? Liquid fuels. Alright, that's what Bernie's for. Bernie allows me to demonstrate. Now, liquid fuels, we can turn them on. I can turn them up. And then we can turn them off. And then we can turn them on. And then we can turn them off. And then we can turn them on. And then we can turn them off. And then we can turn them on. And then we can turn them off. And then we can turn them on. And then we can turn them off. 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 And then we can tur I can turn them down. I can turn them on again. So there we go. But they give you the option to kind of adjust what you're doing with them. They're not as strong, but they give you the ability to throttle. So for example, on the Space Shuttle, we use those Space Shuttle main engines. When you get to max Q, the maximum aerodynamic pressure that is exerted upon the vehicle, we throttle back the Space Shuttle main engines. The solid rocket boosters are going. They're going to do what they need to do. But just by throttling back to, I think, 67% for a couple seconds and then throttling back up afterwards, we can make it through that point without damaging our vehicle, and then throttle back up and keep going. And it's also kind of where you break the speed of sound, so most aircraft gets a little shaky at that point, and then you keep going. Alright, so solid, liquid. What's our last one? Hypergolic. I do have a hydrogen balloon. I'm going to do this in the right order this time so I don't end up burning aeroflare. But hydrogen, when we use it with rockets, we don't use it as a gas. We store it as a liquid. So liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen. But just to demonstrate how wonderful hydrogen is as a fuel, I do have a hydrogen balloon. The directions for making a hydrogen balloon are also on the drive. Because often schools won't let you just buy a tank of hydrogen. It's a little flammable, they're not very keen on it. So we make it by combining hydrochloric acid and zinc. And we make our balloons that way. Get Bernie going here first. And I will take the balloon and put it into the flame, not the other way around. Flame into the balloon was painful. I only made one balloon! it's a little fun making hydrogen balloons. Don't inhale, it burns. But yeah, so we've done our solid, we've done our liquid, and that leaves us with hypergolic. Sorry, we tend to store everything apart. That way we don't have any flammable issues.
Is making the solid fuel, would that be safe for students to do? Like how that's safe?
I would be a little more hesitant about it until you've done it once or twice first. We make it using electric skillets, and because it is sugar, kind of like just making sugar cane, it tends to bubble and splatter a lot. So that would probably be my biggest concern, is really just the splatter. It does get a bit splattering. And you kind of just have to use the lid when it's covered and just let it do its thing. But no, it's not a terrible process. Really what you're doing is you're mixing all the chemicals together in the electric skillet, and you're just stirring to get rid of water. You're trying to evaporate out as much water as you can before you release it. Basically, if it splatters, it's got too much water. So you just keep letting it dry and let it dry and let it dry until you've got it so it's not splattering. Alright, so our last one is our hypergolics. Once again, I'm going to use my little muffin tin. This is a very big muffin now. And this is the one that it's not necessarily great for you to breathe the smoke. It's not terrible for you, but it's not great. So what we have is potassium permanganate. It is used in water filters. We buy ours from Flynn Scientific, but one of the teachers was saying if you go to like the water filtration plant and ask for some, I don't know if she had to pay for it, but she asked for it and we gave it to her. It's just kind of a gray powder. And I always store them separately. That's one. Here's number two. This is glycerin. Not nitroglycerin, just glycerin like soap. You can buy it at Walmart. It's in the first aid section. It's also good for making all this stuff. But it's just a little bit of glycerin. And it's not super immediately reactive. It's going to take it a little bit. But it does provide a good example of overnight. And it helps with days and moist days. The reason I do not have a fire extinguisher or a bottle of water out here is this reaction in particular, which is starting to go. If you add water, it becomes more vigorous. That's why I have a bucket of sand. nice purple-orange flame. Which is it's a little more dramatic in the dark, but we're not here that night. But it is still burning.
Ooh.
But once again, hypergolics, you put them together, they react. You add more, they react again. You don't have to provide oxygen because it's already in there. That's why it's great for use in space. To give you an idea of how strong the ones we use on the shuttle are, to deorbit your spacecraft from 17,500 miles an hour, you only need like 2 tablespoons each. That's it. So it's a very strong chemical. Once again, the carcinogenic and not so good inside Earth's atmosphere. Just smother it here, make sure it's out. So solid fuels, once you light them, they're going. They're strong. Liquid fuels, not as strong, but you can throttle them up and down. And hypergolics are really great for when you're in space because you put them together and they go. No oxygen needed. Any questions? All right, let's escape to the air conditioning.
Thank you, Trubo!